I sure can, and thank you a lot for taking my call.
Yes, sir. What are you thinking?
Well, I have a wife that is bipolar and has obsessive compulsive disorder and has had mental illness all of her life. And I agree with you completely that we need to look at that aspect. But I think there's things that we can all do. And with all due respect to you, because I listen to you all the time and I believe in keeping the guns that I have, that one thing that we can do is not say that these people are critters or Flip City or Looney Tooney or Bit Spoon or Weasels, because that mother that knows that her son's going to be the next one is not going to want to seek help, and that individual that has mental illness is not going to go there because everyone's going to use those stigmas on it. So I think we all need to study a little more about mental illness because these people can't help what they're doing.
Lionel, I disagree. I believe that the gentleman, the kid that did the shooting in Sandy Hook, knew exactly what he was doing. He made the intentional choice. He knew right from wrong. He decided to make himself feel better and to get back at the people he couldn't control, that that's what he was going to do. And when you do that, I believe you're poop shooby and Flip City without question, because you've made the conscious choice to step aside from the mainstream and take personal revenge for your own shortcomings on people that have nothing to do with what you could or couldn't do in your life. And I understand there's a lot of people out there that have loved ones, but they're afraid that this is going to happen. They don't know what to do. And if they can't get help until there's charges, after that, buddy, it's too late. We need to fix the system here.
I agree with you, but we're not going to fix the system if we use those words like critters and Flip City and Looney Tunes, because those individuals aren't going to want to seek help.
Hey, listen,
parents are not.
Adam Lanza didn't want to seek help either. Adam Lanza didn't want to seek help. He killed his mother while she was asleep so she wouldn't know he'd broken open the gun cabinet where she kept her weapons. He was capable of guile, stealth, and evil. And when you consciously make that choice, which he did, he wasn't forced to do this. He did this on his own for reasons of satiety.
No, Charlie, they're compelled to do what they're doing because of their brain and chemistry and everything. They cannot help it. We do need to get them help, but they're not going to do it when we stigmatize them and make fun of them and call them names. They're just not going to seek it. We need to learn more. We need to learn what trichotillomania is. We need to learn what a verbal tick is and all of these things that people cannot help what they're doing.
But Lionel, in most cases, when someone runs across a Gerald Loeffner or an Adam Lanza, they go the other direction. They're repelled by them. They get nervous. They realize there's something wrong here, and they don't want to get involved. And after a lifetime of being rejected like that, people go off the deep end. But no illness compelled this kid to break into his mom's gun locker and kill her. He made that decision himself. And excusing people saying that they couldn't help themselves, I don't believe that for a second. I do not believe it. I believe that conscious will and a decision to do evil is an informed decision. Now, the reasons for doing this, there may be lots of them. Not in the right mind, whatever you want to call it, whatever the excuse is fine with me. But when I see this kind of evil being done in our society, I don't tend to say that they couldn't help themselves. I say they made a conscious choice, and we need to make a conscious choice.
Charlie, I just disagree with you because I've been around support groups. I've been around mental illness. I started a mental health group. Someone that's obsessive compulsive, let's just take that one. They cannot help doing what they're doing, whether their contamination is their OCD or if counting is or checking or...
Well, Lionel, someone who's counting or washing their hands every 5 seconds when they see an El Camino or whatever the story is, that's not who I'm talking about here. The people that decide to get even, like George Hennard did, like as Adam Lanza did, and go and hurt other people to make themselves feel better, those people are crazy. And they're a danger to everyone around them. because most of us aren't willing to get involved. We run from it, and it empowers them.
Yes, we run from it, and we do the wrong things by making fun of them and calling them Looney Tunes and Flip City, with all due respect to you. But that's not going to help the situation, because we're going to be the cause for the next one happening.
Well, Lionel, I'll tell you, I believe firmly that the unwillingness of people to say this person's nuts and needs to be dealt with is what allows them to stay loose, out on their own, and do the things they do. People don't want to get involved. They don't want us to make a judgment, and for that reason, we wind up picking up the bodies. But man, I hear you, and I respectfully disagree with you. But sir, it's good to have you, and thank you for sticking to your guns. You're a good caller.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, sir.
Bye.
It's Texas Overnight here on the Texas State Network at 48 past the hour.